What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're once again back talking about a trade, but this particular trade is a trade that neither fan base wants to see their team do, and that is the Zach Lavine to the Lakers thing, and obviously the Lakers offering whatever they can for Lavine. And I think Bulls fans want nothing to do with the Lakers package. I also think Lakers fans want nothing to do with Zach Lavine. I'm sure there's some people that do, but a lot of the majority that I've seen basically both fan bases want nothing to do with this. But there was a report this morning that Zach Lavine wants to go to the Lakers. So honestly, if he wants to go there, I just feel like it's going to happen. I feel like it's inevitable. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to be doing a Zach Lavine Los Angeles Lakers rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We are on the road to 50,000 subs and we're almost at 41K at the moment. So if you want to hit that sub button to help us reach that, be greatly appreciated. But yeah, let's talk about it. So obviously, a long time ago, the Los Angeles Lakers traded for Russell Westbrook, which kind of makes me think that if LeBron knows that Lavine wants to come over, I don't know how big of a fan he is of Zach Lavine, or if he likes Zach Lavine, but if Lavine wants to come to the Lakers, I can't help but think LeBron would want that to happen. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's learned from the Russell Westbrook thing, but obviously Lavine would be a much better fit. That's not even like really a comparable situation. But on the same magnitude, what it would cost the Lakers to match Lavine's salary may not be worth it to LeBron or, to Rob Pelinka, whoever's making decisions over there. So Austin Reeves, Hood-Schifino, D'Lo, and a first and Gabe Vincent is kind of what we have for the Lakers side of things over for Lavine. And then you get Phillips as salary filler, and then Torrey Craig and Javon Carter, two role players that could come over. So this is the trade that we're doing, and I don't think Lavine's trade value is as good as people think, honestly. I feel like he's not going to go for much for whatever reason. So I'm going to go ahead and send this over. I do wonder how Lakers fans feel about trading a guy like Austin Reeves. Would they rather it be Rui Hachimura? Because I know Austin Reeves is a bit, obviously someone Lakers fans love, and he's been good for them, but we're going to send this over, and the Bulls do accept it. I don't even need trade override for that trade. So now we have kind of an interesting lineup because obviously we just traded all of our point guards away. Reeves gone, and obviously D'Lo's gone, and they're both on the Chicago Bulls now. So what we're going to have to do is fix this lineup. So I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to play LeBron at point guard probably, which he'll go down in overall, but we'll leave that the way it is. So LeBron will play point guard, Lavine will play the 2, and then Rui Hachimura is going to have to play the 3, and Vanderbilt and Wood will, share the 4 spot with AD playing the 5. So that's kind of what it's going to look like now. So it's going to look something like this. LeBron James, Lavine, actually Reddish starting is still fine as well, and then Jared Vanderbilt, Anthony Davis, Christian Wood, Rui Hachimura, Taurean Prince, and then Javon Carter, and then Torrey Craig. Who would be your rest of the lineup rotation for this Lakers squad? Lakers fans, I need to know down in the comment section below. Do you want Zach Lavine? Do you want any part of Zach Lavine? Because for what I've seen, it feels like from what I've seen from Lakers fans, it feels like they don't want anything to do with them. But I'm definitely curious, for the guys that watch my videos and how they feel about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and submit the rest of the season with Lavine on the Lakers, and we're gonna see how this team finishes out. Today's video is brought to you by PrizePicks. PrizePicks is a player props app that's available on mobile or desktop. How it works, they have all kinds of sports outside of just basketball. You simply choose between 2 to 6 players, 2 players being 3 times your entry, all the way up to 6 players being 25 times their entry. So if you think Darius Garland's going over 22.5, you go over. And if you think, let's say like Drew Holiday is going over, you click more on the projection wall. It's very simple is how it works. And right now, there's no better time to sign up for PrizePicks because right now they're running their Picksmas promo. Look. Got Kevin Durant, free square on the board. That's free money. Go ahead and take advantage of this. And then they're going to have more and more things coming out as, I don't know if it'll be here. Yeah, so right now, there's another promo where if Rudy Gobert gets a block, you get something. I forget exactly what it is. But Pickmas is here, which is why it makes a lot of sense to sign up for PrizePicks. There's going to be a lot of ways to make money if if you haven't signed up for PrizePicks, now is a great time. So use code Crushables. Link is down in the description below. They match first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. But as you can see, free square Kevin Durant, no brainer. And the way I use PrizePicks is DGF's correlation and optimizer tool. So we go over to the correlation tool. As you can see, this tool is up 628.6 units if you've been using it since August 18th. Correlation is an underrated factor in sports betting. It really does work. So if you go to PrizePicks, right now there's a Thursday night game, right? Of course. So if we go to this one right here, this is basically what it does. It gives you kind of like a game script and basically how it works. If Easton Stick and Aiden O'Connell, sometimes this is like passing yards, but passing completion works too. If they're going to throw for a lot of yards, then more than likely their receivers are going to benefit off that, which is why you would have guys like Gerald Everett and Quentin Johnson in this entry, because obviously if Easton Stick's making passing completions, then more than likely he's hitting these guys for completions. And then same thing with Aiden O'Connell and Devontae Adams. And then if the teams are throwing a lot, then maybe they're not running the ball as much. Why Austin Eckler's here at under 48.5 yards. So That's why the correlation tool really works, especially in football. They also have like hockey. Sometimes basketball pops up here. They got college football, like soccer is here as well. There's all kinds of stuff. And then as far as the optimizer tool is concerned, what it does, it compares discrepancies across multiple sports books and it gives you the plays right in front of your face. You don't have to think about anything. All you need is a play here at 54.3% plus odds to put it in a 5 or 6 man slip. And basically, long term, that's a profitable slip because it's like a coin. If a coin can, obviously, a coin is 50-50, but if one side of the coin is weighted, and if you flip that coin 1,000 times, then more than likely you're going to obviously land on one side that has some weight on it. So that's how it works basically. So if you want to sign up for DGF's correlation or optimizer tool, link is down in the description below. I also have their YouTube channel because they have a lot more that they can explain to you if this does sound cool to you and you want to know more. So thank you guys for DGF and Prize Picks to sponsoring today's video. So at the end of year one, Jokic is going to win MVP. He only averages 19 points per game, but hey, he almost averages a triple-double on top of that. And then Brogdon, 6-man, Claxton, defensive player, Paul Reed, most improved, and Devin Booker, clutch player. Nikola Jokic, Giannis, LeBron does make it as a point guard, which is great to see, 20 points per game. But let's go take a look. AD also making it. So we ended up as the second seed in the West. So we're still very good, which is awesome. But 21 from Lavine, 21 from LeBron James, and only 19 from Anthony Davis, 13.5 from Christian Wood, 9 from Hachimura, and 9 from Tony Prince. So, as always, of course, we are using Joe DeKelmer's share scenario. So, if things look a little goofy or different, not goofy, that's the wrong word because I do love what Joda does here. But if things look different, then obviously that's why. So, let's go ahead and play the Utah Jazz in round one and see if we can beat them and get to round two. Obviously, we're looking to go win a championship. So, we're going to sweep them, which is a great start. But now we get Oklahoma City. And as we know, Oklahoma City is one of my worst rivals in 2K. I just hate playing them with a passion because they're so good. So I'm going to shrink our rotation a little bit, and we'll see how this goes. Somebody current round against the Thunder, and we sweep them as well. So we're off to a great start. But now we get the Clippers. So obviously the Clippers, they're a tough team. We get the Battle of LA in the Western Conference Finals. This is something we wanted to see for quite some time and have never gotten it at all in the playoffs, I don't think. So here goes nothing. Somebody current round, and we are going to beat them in 5 games, and now we get the Knicks in the finals. So we could come out here and win our championship right away, which would be fantastic. Let's see if we can do just that. And we do. Just like that, we win a championship in year number 1. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching. As always, of course, I'm kidding. But LeBron James Finals MVP. We beat them in 5 games. So that's great. Obviously, I want to keep LeBron around, but it would be cool if he just, retired and said, sayonara, rides off in the sunset with his championship. I would not blame him at all, but I know he does have aspirations of potentially playing with his son, who could potentially be in the 2024 draft. So let's go to the draft lottery. I don't even know if we have a pick in this year's draft. I think we might have just sent it to the Bulls. Actually, no. Our pick goes to the Pelicans. So we're not going to be able to draft Bronny, unfortunately. Staff signing, we have Darvin Ham, obviously just won a championship. So I don't really want to change any of this. We want to kind of run it back and potentially get even better. But it's great that we just won a championship and got it out of the way, because I feel like this Lakers team gets worse and worse as you keep going, because obviously 2K, they're not a big fan of older rosters, especially guys like LeBron, regressing and stuff like that. So on draft night, we have only a second round pick, which it's like the last pick in the second round. So we get Kevin McCullough. Welcome to the team. Player options, LeBron James is going to decline. Interesting. Christian Wood. Cameron Reddish, to me, would be someone I would love to re-sign. I think he's been, honestly, really good for the Lakers. Obviously, there was some parts of me thinking he'd be out of the league, and he's done a pretty good job for the Lakers. And then Jackson Hayes also declining, and Torrey Craig accepts his option. So, qualifying offers, Christie. Definitely want to bring him back if possible. And then LeBron James, obviously, at the top of the priority list. But he does have some offers from, like, Utah. But if we're going to try to keep winning championships, I think it's safe to say that, hey, LeBron, please don't leave us to go to Utah. So we're going to sign LeBron back, which is great. And do I have bird rights on like Reddish or anything? I do not. So again, I would love to sign Cameron Reddish back. So if we can get him, sign me up. So Reddish, he's been really solid for the Lakers. I'm going to sign Cameron Reddish back, bring him back. That way he can continue to play his role here in LA. Kind of reminds me of how Lance Stevenson would like only be good on the Pacers. Maybe that's how Cameron Reddish's career will turn out. I don't know. Or maybe there's some people out there that believe that Reddish didn't get enough opportunity, which you could be right. But LeBron James, Javon Carter, Zach Lavine, and then Hachimura, Reddish. So our small forward rotation is great. Jerry Vanderbilt, Torrey Craig, that's not bad. And then we do need a better backup 5, especially for a guy like AD who sometimes misses some games, so we don't want to just rely on AD. And I saw Joval, and I mean, getting Joval as our backup 5 in LA would probably be a dream scenario. He does have offers from a lot of teams, though. He can go back to Toronto and go to Phoenix. Other than that, backup centers like Drummond, you got Tillman, and then I saw like Malik Monk as well as like a backup too. But I think we can get Joe Val. That'd be really awesome. So I'm gonna go try to sign Joe Val to a deal and see what he's willing to say about it. He is going to look at our offer and consider it, and he does come over. So that's great. And I'm also going to give Gary Harris a minimum contract. Why not have him off the bench for this team? You never have enough 3-and-D role players, obviously. So I'm also going to sign Drummond as a third string center just in case, and that will be our offseason. So not too bad, nothing crazy. Obviously, we made the big trade for Lavine already, so we weren't going to do anything too crazy. LeBron James is going down in overall. That's mostly because obviously we moved him to point guard. It just kind of makes sense in our the way our lineup looks. Although we could technically move LeBron to small forward and trade for a point guard, which isn't out of the realm of possibility. But that would move Reddish to the bench, and I think Reddish has done a great job. So kind of don't want to do that in a way. But we may do it. We'll see. Kind of depends on how we're doing. If we're like struggling at the deadline and I need to move LeBron back to his natural position of like small forward. I mean, LeBron can play any position really, but if we have to move him back to a position to make his overall better, that way, the simulation's on our side a little bit more, I won't hesitate to do so. But let's go look at this rotation and see how things are looking after the offseason we just had. So Joe Val was an awesome signing for us. We got to cut a couple guys though. So we are going to cut Colin, unfortunately, and Alex Fudge, unfortunately. So sorry guys, but you guys got to go. Paring's going to land us second overall, so they're still very high on this team. And the reason why we won a championship last year is our proficiency was defense. I guess we can go ahead and leave it that way. So LeBron, still Lavine, Reddish, Vanderbilt, AD. Same starting five with Joe Val, Rui Hachimura, Drummond, and Gary Harris. I'm going to go ahead and take out Drummond for Javon Carter just because obviously we already have Joe Val playing those minutes, so no need to have Drummond in there as well. So that will be our rotation for the rest of the season. Let's see how things go. Proficiency is 3.5. Obviously, Lavine isn't a great fit, but if it keeps Reddish in the starting five, I'm cool with it. So I will see you guys either at the deadline or at the end of year 2. So we are starting with the trade deadline as we are 32-18. We don't really have to make a trade if we don't want to, but I kind of want to do so just because obviously I want to make sure we're still going to be able to go in a championship. Again, we could just stay stagnant and continue the way things are right now, but I do have a couple options in mind. And obviously someone who could make some sense as Kyrie Irving on an expiring contract in Dallas. They're really bad and they're selling at the moment. I don't know if I can get to Kyrie's salary, but we're going to give it a shot. So Lavine, I'm going to try to keep Lavine out of the trade, obviously, but we'll see if we can even get to a salary without Lavine being in it. I don't know if we'll be able to, but we'll figure it out. And then I just simply want to look at there's like any point guards that I can bring over that, would make some sense, to start at point guard for us. So right now, I saw like one guy I also just consider, which is someone I don't consider all that often. I already forgot who I was talking about, but literally, who was it on? It was the it was CJ McCollum. CJ McCollum, I think, actually be like a great fit next to LeBron James. Could be a really nice off-ball shooter. But he is a little bit older, which is why it would concern me to trade for him. But 38% from 3 as our starting point guard wouldn't be too bad. But we're gonna start trying to trade for Kyrie Irving. Let's build this super team here. I don't even know if I have enough salary to get to him. Let's see if we can even do this. So $40 million on the dot. Obviously, I think we're going to have to include Rui Hachimura. Rui Hachimura is going to be in the trade. We're going to have to include Joe Val, we just signed as well. And then we're going to have to include probably... Okay, so we can include Javon Carter potentially. I don't know if we got to a salary just yet. We'll figure it out. And then you give me... They have like no one cheap other than Dante Exum. So let's say Dante Exum. This trade is illegal. I'm assuming Jaden Hardy's probably a little too much money for them. And Prosper. Okay, I guess we have the money to match this. Interesting. Okay. So right now, this isn't enough, obviously. And I don't think we're going to have enough at the end of the day. But we'll keep trying. So if I offer my 2026 and 2029 first-round pick, and then I don't really think I have anybody, like, appealing as far as young players are concerned. But let's see what they say to this. For Kyrie Irving, they don't agree. So it was worth a shot. But Kyrie Irving, we don't have enough. We really don't have that much assets, which makes sense at the end of the day. So our asset pool isn't great. Instead of obviously Carter, if it was Vanderbilt, I don't know if that would change anything. Wow, we got Kyrie. We got Kyrie Irving. Okay. I don't know what our lineup's about to look like now, but Kyrie Irving finally got him on the Lakers. I've never been able to successfully put him on the Lakers, but we did it. So now we can simply move LeBron back to the 4, which works. And then Kyrie can go back to point guard, obviously. And Reddish can stay the starting small forward. So yeah, we got Kyrie Irving. W. All right, so now... It's Kyrie, Lavine, Cameron Reddish, LeBron, AD with a bench of Drummond. I'm a little scared about what our bench looks like now, but hopefully it was worth it. So Drummond, Gary Harris, Javon Carter, and it's actually not a bad bench. It's still a decent bench as well. And Dante Exum, he's been on fire lately with the Mavericks. So technically speaking, he's not a bad bench piece if he can continue what he's doing. But yeah, we got Kyrie freaking Irving. Something I always fail to do But the Mavericks were willing to fork it over, and we got him. So I'm very happy with this. Kyrie, Levine, LeBron, AD. Huge big four in LA. Would it work? I assume so. I feel like we can probably change our system now to balanced if we wanted to. I don't think there's no need to play defense anymore. Or not play defense, but like our proficiency doesn't need to be defense. So we're going to move this to a balanced system, and we're going to roll this rotation out. And Gary Harris is going to start now at the 3. I am going to still go ahead and start Reddish, though, just because I love what we've been pretty good with him starting. So, yeah, I like it. Let's see how the rest of the season goes now that we have Kyrie Irving on the Lakers. So Anthony Davis is out here winning Defensive Player of the Year, averaging 20 points, 13 rebounds, and 2 blocks with a steal, which is great. And then, obviously, we did make the playoffs, which is great. I think we're the first seed in the West, if I'm not mistaken. We are. So we got the first seed in the West, obviously bringing Kyrie Irving over. Man, it's a hell of a lot better. That's 4 guys that can give you 20 on any given night, and LeBron James can take a step back. He has 3 guys that can help him out, and obviously LeBron being 40 years old doesn't have to have as much pressure on his shoulders, which is why this could make some sense. Reddish with 9 points as well, Gary Harris with 8. So, in round 1, we're going to draw the Minnesota Timberwolves. They have Shake Milton, Edwards, McDaniels, Cat Gobert, Nas Reed, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Dillingham, and Wendell Moore. Let's see if we can beat them. Get out round 1, and we are going to successfully do so. We beat them. And now we have the Denver Nuggets. Obviously, this is the team that swept them a couple years ago, so we would love to maybe return the favor. I don't know if we can sweep them, but I would love to beat them, of course. And we are going to go up 3-2 on them, and we are going to beat them in 6 and get back to the conference finals. And I like to play the Grizzlies. So the Grizzlies, of course, are going to have John Morant back very, very soon, and they definitely need him back to save their season. Will they be able to save their season? That remains to be seen because they're pretty down bad, but John Morant should give them a huge boost, obviously. But let's see if we can beat them, and we are going to beat them in 6 and win the finals again. LeBron James can win his 2nd championship in a row, as long as we can beat the Pistons, of course. They have Duran, Isaiah Stewart, Asar, Jaden Ivey, Cade Cunningham. Obviously, it's kind of funny how backwards real life is to 2K, because as we know, the Pistons have a fun young team, but they're on like a 21-game losing streak, and then 2K, they're in the NBA Finals, so you just never know. And we are going to go up 3-2 on them, and we're going to beat them in 6 to win our 2nd championship in a row. So I think obviously we go for the 3P, right? So LeBron James Finals MVP. He could end it off, right off in the sunset, but we're going to bring you back for one more year, LeBron. So draft lottery time. We got Pacers getting number 1. Staff signing. Let's see. We got Darvin Ham still. We're going to go ahead and grab. I don't know if Joshua Brooks was our assistant before, but I'm just going to give him a contract. And then all we got to do is get a post-D coach, and we should be ready to roll again. So let's go straight to rookie signing. I don't even care about draft picks. We traded all of our picks probably. So, yeah, actually we had a few seconds. Nasir Cunningham I'll sign. Player options. Kyrie Irving declines. Prosper. We'll accept those. I just realized we got Maximus Prosper out of that trade as well. So, yeah, it's kind of a steal. It was a steal of a throw-in. All right, so we got to re-sign both LeBron and Kyrie, and then Christie if we care about it. But I'm going to sign LeBron, and I'm also going to sign Kyrie Irving. So Kyrie Irving, LeBron, obviously want both of them back. Now we do it. Ooh, wow. Okay, Kyrie Irving is going to go back to Brooklyn. Come on now, let's not do that. So let's up our offer, because obviously what we offered at first is not good enough for Kyrie. So let's make sure we up this offer. I just want Kyrie to come back. So wow, that's a bag. I mean, it doesn't really matter because we're probably only doing one more season anyway. We've won 2 championships, so hopefully we're just number 1 offer now. We are. So LeBron James, no other offers, so we should get him. So LeBron, Kyrie, welcome back. Now it's just time to focus on the bench. We got those guys locked up, and now it's time to focus on the bench. So John Carter could be our backup point guard still. We have Zach Lavine. We have Cameron Reddish. We have LeBron James. Okay, so we pretty much have nothing outside of our starting 5. So let's just try to focus on a bunch of things. See Ben Simmons. KCP can get a reunion here in LA, or Alex Caruso as well. So backup 5s is always something I like to prioritize. So Drummond, once again, can be our backup 5. We won a championship with them. So power forwards. Is there any minimum power forwards that can make some sense? Chris Boucher. You also have Osman, Trey Lyles. I'll take Chris Boucher on a minimum as well. Small forwards, we have Trey Murphy. I don't have enough money for him. Let's go to affordable. So small forward, we have Duncan Robinson, who can shoot the hell out of the ball. So give me Duncan Robinson. And then I do want to bring KCP back to LA. We've used all of our offers, but I'm going to go ahead and try to get KCP as well. So do I have to put Caldwell? Probably. So I'm going to put, I don't know why I put C. Obviously, there's a bunch of players that have the last name C. CA. Davis Caldwell up. There you are. All right. Let's give him a 3-year deal, and let's see if we can steal him from Denver. So Duncan Robinson, KCP are going to sign, and we're going to get Boucher and Drummond. So that pretty much fills out our bench, and we're ready to roll going into next season. So player progression, I have a feeling is going to look pretty bad. No, LeBron's actually up at 40 years old. Levine is the same. Reddish is the same. Only player that went down is Drummond, which is not that big of a deal. So I think we're ready to go. We got KCP back in LA. I mean, what more could you possibly want? We're going to go for our 3rd championship in a row to end this video. Even if we don't get it, at least we got 2, which is awesome. We got to cut 1 player real quick, so let's go do that. So, man, guess I'm going to cut Julian Phillips. So, Julian Phillips, thank you for your service. But, power ranking is going to only 2nd overall. Proficiency is 4-star. It's only a balanced 4-star, but same starting 5. Bench is a little bit better than last year. I'll see you guys at the end of year 3. Even at LeBron's old age, he's still out here winning MVP. Shout out to him, man. He's an absolute stud. Defensive player goes Anthony Davis, and Darvin Ham is your coach of the year. So we went 67 and 15. LeBron and Anthony Davis both making all NBA teams. I think it's safe to say we should go for our 3rd championship here. Obviously, things can happen. AD Dolphins first team. But yeah, let's go see if we can do that. First seed in the West, just won 67 games, as you guys saw. But yeah, the big 4, it's pretty legit. 22, 21, 20 and a half, 16, and then 10 from KCP. Let's go ahead and see if we can beat the Thunder in round 1. As you guys know, as I mentioned earlier, I wouldn't be surprised if we lost to the Thunder, to be honest with you. So many current round, and we are going to get swept by them, aren't we? We get beaten 5. So it's all good. You know, we had fun still. Short little video today, but there's not much to talk about when it comes to the Lakers. So we're gonna end it on that note. Wanted 3 championships in a row, but unfortunately the Thunder had other plans. So they get all the way to the finals. Thunder, Pistons, and the Pistons go on to win a championship. So yeah, that'll be it for me though. Lakers fans, let me know. Do you want to trade for Zach Lavine? Do you even want him on your team, or are you good? So definitely let me know down in the comment section below, because obviously I did a Magic rebuild with Zach Lavine because I thought Lavine on the Magic would make some sense, but a lot of Magic fans were commenting down below that they want nothing to do with him. So I probably could see a trend with Lakers fans thinking the same thing, but let me know. Thank you guys for watching this Crushables. I'm saying, hey. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.